Hello, welcome to another video. And with the Game Awards being tomorrow night, I thought I wanted to kind of talk about what really is the best part of the Game Awards, and that is announcements. What games are going to be announced? What games are going to be shown off? Stuff like that. And so I basically just want to do kind of like a small predictions like video. I obviously don't know anything at all, purely just off of feel, timing, stuff like that. I feel like the Game Awards is almost kind of like the one of the bigger things to show off something new, mainly because for Xbox and PlayStation, if they have their own thing, chances are it's going to be a lot of just already PlayStation players. So if you want to get like a big, talk around town about your thing, your game, whatever, I think it's probably better to do it at the Game Awards. And I'm pretty sure Xbox Series X was revealed at the Game Awards, I think. And overall, I think that's probably the best idea for that. And going into this, I want to say I'm recording this Tuesday night, so there could be other things already announced to being shown off at the Game Awards. Won't be talking about Borderlands 4. It's already been announced, as well as a new Mafia game. I've never really played the Mafia games, but that was already announced that it's going to be, shown off. But with that being said, my first big boy prediction is not any sort of console. I'm going to put that out there now. I don't think anyone's going to announce a console or anything like that. That would feel kind of weird. But going back to my Xbox roots, going back to at the start of this year, about a year ago almost now, getting back into Halo, I think there's an not low, but somewhat of a percent chance that we see some sort of reveal for something new in the Halo gaming universe. Mind you, I'm trying to word this very specifically. I don't think it's like a reveal for Halo, would it be 7 at this point? I don't think it's the next Halo, like mainline Halo game. And I also don't think it's like DLC or anything like that for Halo Infinite. I think it would be more of a reveal for like a smaller scale, almost like a Halo side project, if that makes sense. Just trying to flush out the Halo universe. I know that they've had kind of more people working on it, and there's been rumors all year kind of them working on different Halo projects. So prediction is that one of these like other projects, not the mainline game, is going to be revealed at the Game Awards. This could definitely not happen, and just nothing with Halo, which would be more likely probably. But I don't know. I just have a feeling that Halo's been very quiet and everything, and it still is Halo that, it's going to come out swinging. It's not just going to lay down and die. That's the first one I want to get off my chest. The other one that I have some form of hope for is something next from Software. Do I think it's Elden Ring 2? No, I don't. But I think it might just be like a little teaser of something they're doing next. FromSoft has as much hype as they probably ever will right now. I'm sure whatever game is next is years away, I would feel comfortable saying, but they just want the rumbling still, They still got the Shadow of the Erdtree kind of hype behind it. Elden Ring hype has been going on for years at this point. I feel like they want to, kind of dip into that a little bit by just sprinkling a little teaser type thing for their next project. I don't even know if they're, maybe a name with a little thing, but that's what I'm hoping to. Some of these predictions too are mainly just hopes, so is what it is. The next one, I think, I'm sorry to put hype into this, and I'm going to say something that will shut down some hype of this. I could be completely flipped wrong. I think there'll be something about Silksong. I've never played Hollow Knight, and I know the Silksong stuff has been very dragged out. People are very concerned, stuff like that. I think something with Silksong will come out on the Game Awards. I know that at this point is a huge stretch. And the kind of pushing down hope and such, I don't think there's going to be anything to do with Bloodborne at all. I don't think that anniversary video showing Bloodborne and stuff is really going to do a whole lot at this point. Like, I don't think so. I'm sorry. It's however old and whatnot. I don't see it. If anything, it's the teaser from FromSoft will be Bloodborne 2. But even that, I would very, very highly doubt that. Now, something else that I've kind of seen on Twitter rumblings too, that it almost like in a timeline type thing feels like it's about that time. I think there'll probably be a trailer or reveal or something for a new Resident Evil game. It'd be the 9th Resident Evil. It seems like every few years they release a new one, especially with the last two. It's been a couple years since Village. I feel like they've been working on, I'm sure. It would make a lot of sense if they did actually reveal a new Resident Evil game. The next one is actually, I think, a lot of fun, and I think it will be a collection. I know this has been rumored, so this isn't like a big, surprise if you kept up to date. But I think there'll be a reveal or whatever of a trailer for the collection of the old God of War games 1, 2, and 3. I think they're going to do a collection series kind of like the Uncharted collection to bring those games into the modern time, just because with PlayStation and backwards compatibility has been a fucking issue. I think they want to have a way for, people to play those old games in a revamped kind of thing on a PS5. So I would be very surprised if they never did this, but I feel like they'll show it off at the Game Awards for God of War. God of War Ragnarok's, a year and a little bit. Well, just over a year now. And they had the PC release in September, so it feels like it would probably line up to do a collection like this. Not the biggest new news, but something that's also still very exciting. My last two things I want to talk about are back towards kind of, Souls-likes. I think Black Myth Wukong is going to get DLC, I'm thinking, and that will come out next year, if I had to guess, just how DLC and everything usually works with games. I imagine they'll show it off and announce it at the Game Awards if it's going to have DLC. As well as, I think Lies of P is going to get DLC. Lies of P looks amazing. That is a Souls-like I am super excited to try, but it really hasn't had a lot since it came out like last September. So I think at this point they're probably going to have a DLC for Lies of P. The game seemed like at least it did really well and had a lot of hype behind it. And it's a well-made Souls-like, right? So you imagine it did pretty well. It's taken longer, but I imagine they're getting DLC. And that's really like the main predictions I can think of. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that's already been announced that's going to be shown off. Something like Doom, the new Doom game. Those kind of things are going to be shown off, which is exciting. Final, Hail Mary type throw. Hopefully, we get something, some sort of anything at this point for the new Elder Scrolls. It's been years and years at this point since its little reveal trailer. They've released Starfield at that since then. They have released Starfield DLC since then. It seems like Bethesda's next kind of thing is Elder Scrolls. They're done. Starfield's over a year old at this point. I think it's probably wouldn't be crazy to think that they're going to show off some sort of reveal that's more than they had last time. And it feels like it would make way more sense that it's however many years, down the road since then. It's the Game Awards. I don't think a lot of people would necessarily expect it, because I feel like it's been so long that a lot of people forgot about it, that it will probably make waves. Bethesda, especially with Indiana Jones doing as well as it's doing, and that's not even like the main Bethesda studio working on it. I think they might try, have the wave of success with that going into this, having some reveal for the next Elder Scrolls. But those are all my main predictions and whatnot for the Game Awards. I could be an idiot. I could be missing a lot of stuff. Nintendo, I didn't talk about at all. I don't know if Nintendo really does anything at the Game Awards because they have so much of their own stuff. But be sure to leave a comment on any predictions that you have. Anything that I'm clearly missing that I just haven't thought about, because that probably has happened. But I'm just looking forward to it. There's going to be so many game reveals and gameplay showed off, stuff like that. Gaming, as much as people will tell you and say that gaming's kind of dead, There is so many games out there, and you just have to, look out for them and then also just give them a try. You never know. Indiana Jones, I wasn't that into it, and so far I've played it. It might be like my favorite game of the year. It's so fun. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Sure, leave a like if you enjoyed. Consider subscribing. It helps the channel out a bunch. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.